Sissy tips, feeling panic when going out. Question. I am 5 feet 10 inches, an ex-Royal Marine, build to match, and living lifestyle. I could never pass as a genetic female no matter what surgery I paid for. When going out dressed, I find the following 3 rules help me. Rule number 1. Be confident. Hold your head up. If people stare, look back and smile. Be proud of who you are, not ashamed of what you are. Rule number 2. You are allowed. You are entitled to be who you are. Anyone who disagrees are narrow-minded people that are prisoners of their own narrow minds. Rule number 3. Revel in the liberation of your femininity. Love it, embrace it, enjoy it. If people see you loving every moment of life, they will love you. Reply. I personally find drinking a great help. Not joking. In a way, it may be good to be apprehensive. Being apprehensive and scared can add to the excitement. I can even miss the scared bit when I am in an all too comfortable situation. Reply. It may be true that alcohol can help a lot. This is much the same with the apprehension, scared, and excited part of it all. However, drinking may put you at the risk of becoming dependent on alcohol, thus making you an alcoholic. I know girls who always take a drink or 2 before they go out. Your goals can be hard to achieve if panic takes over your mind. In conclusion, drinking can be a double-edged sword. Reply. I'm not so sure about your rule no 1, Jenny. With your background in the Marines, you may have the confidence. However, most people suggest that confrontation can arise from too much eye contact, no matter who or what you are. Okay, some young ladettes revel in this when they are drunk, but most RGS are advised not to do so. For a TV, it is generally suggested that eye contact is an easy way of getting clocked. As for booze, yes, it helps but can also lead to problems. Guess some of the more experienced outers could help by sharing their advice. Reply. For me, this is a serious issue. I am hugely confident. Being Portia increases that tremendously. But I have a few issues still, and when I step out that door, bam! Paranoia and worry and inability to meet anyone's eyes. I wish I could avoid it, but it hits. Of course, I have not really been out very long and have not been physically outside very often either. So I am still learning. As for meeting eyes, that's okay for some people. Try that with a gang of slightly inebriated loudmouthed ASPO candidate teens. I did the other day. Good job I made it to the pub nearby quickly, as they were determined to give me as much grief as possible. Practice makes perfect, I guess. But it still can be very, very hard. Reply. Soft shadow and Susan. I am not suggesting walking down the road staring confrontationally at everyone who gives you a glance is a good thing. In those circumstances, I always try to appear distracted by looking in shops, holding a mobile to my ear, and so on. However, when being given grief, as I was on Tuesday, by a well-known dysfunctional halfwit in the middle of crowded Chiswick High Road, I got quite a few stares as this sad idiot walked behind me screaming, "Tranny star." By maintaining my pace, slow and dignified, keeping my head up, and not looking away, which could imply guilt as well as fear, most of those glances turned to smiles. As for the comments on alcohol, I did not mention that. Last October I suffered toxic liver failure, and since recovery, in April I have been given a stark choice, heart or booze. Not much of a choice really. Reply. Being scared looking someone in the eyes makes you look submissive and vulnerable. You will look like a born victim. My tactics have always been total superiority and an air of total confidence. You just have to learn how to act. Women do it all the time. Try to act like a lady that wouldn't associate with those sorts of people. Apart from that, there is not much you can do. There will always be real dorks who are scared of us because they aren't very confident in their own sexuality. Reply. I've found that being a larger girl, my self-confidence used to be terrible. However, over the years, I've realized that you have to have confidence in the way you look first before you can project that confidence outwards to others. Now, certainly in friendly places, I'm totally fine, and even somewhere like Canal Street, which despite being a nice, friendly place can also have its fair share of hecklers, I'm totally at ease. I used to get a real feeling of dread when leaving the safety of the hotel room. However, once through the door, I was fine. I have done one vanilla venue, and that was my first ever time out in Bristol. It was also in an Indian restaurant just a short walk from Club 46, so I don't know how vanilla it was. My first real test of being out in the real world is coming on Wednesday with a few people from these fair parts. Looking forward to it actually, and if I don't make eye contact with any chavs, I'll be fine. Seriously though, if I can hold my own with the drunken, lecherous blokes in naps at 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning, then I'll be fine. Reply. Good luck AJ, and I hope it all works for you. There could be an argument to say that the fewer tranny haunts there are, the less people will look. It is possible that the big problem is in upbringing. If from a young enough age people are made aware of our existence, then we become just another type of person. I would love to ask all the CDs and TVs in the closet that have children, do you shy away from the fact that we and you really exist? If so, it is possible you are helping keep the misery going for the next generation.